baby. Oh, Tyler. Tyler. Not Tyler the singer. Tyler Perry. I call her Tyler. It's Lil Tyler and Big Tyler. It's Big Sister Tyler and Little Sister Tyler. I'm talking about Big Sister Tyler. Oh, Tyler. All right, y'all. So this is the latest update on the Tyler Perry scandal. So this is according to TMZ. Tyler Perry alleged text from SA accuser asked Perry for money. I'm not gonna lie, these text messages do look a mess. Even I was like, girl. It's giving stunt queen, sister. Tyler Perry's alleged text messages with his sexual battery accuser, Mario Rodriguez, seemed to show the other man asking Perry for money prior to filing a lawsuit against him. We've obtained alleged text messages from Rodriguez and Perry, with several sent on August 31st of this year. Check out the messages. We'll get to the messages in a little bit. Check out the messages which were allegedly sent by Rodriguez, beginning with him writing he hasn't been feeling well, recently blaming it on his teeth. Girl, let me stop right there. Just a FYI, for the girls, didn't I tell y'all this last time? Girl, when your teeth, when these right here, when the chompers are messed up, your whole body can be messed up. That's exactly why, not to go off into a whole rant, that's exactly why some of y'all, no tea, no shade, and I say this with love. I don't know who watches my videos, but for those who went to that man down there in Atlanta who was giving y'all those veneers, those Tic Tacs in y'all mouths, girl, when y'all wake up with infections, and girl, and your whole body be about to shut down, your teeth is connected to the rest of your body. I don't know why y'all let people play in y'all mouth like that. Okay? Anyways, let's get back to so his teeth were hurting, which made him not feel good. Rodriguez allegedly says he knows he promised not to ask Perry for anything, but then he admits he doesn't have any insurance, and he's worried about getting sepsis and dying like his father. He then allegedly says he's scared and just wants to make sure his health issue is nothing serious. Other alleged messages from 2024 seemingly show Rodriguez thanking Perry for everything and showing love for him. As you know, Rodriguez filed a sexual assault and sexual battery lawsuit against Perry last week, claiming the movie star made unwanted advances toward him and even alleging Perry grabbed his penis on one occasion. Perry's attorney, Alex Spiro, tells TMZ this is nothing but a $77 million money grab scam. We've reached out to Rodriguez. So far, no word back. So let's get into these alleged text messages. Some of the text messages. Because, girl, y'all ain't released. Because this is my thing. Girl, if you're going to release a message, just release the messages. Let us see everything. That's all I'm saying. Y'all be wanting to pick and choose. Because I know what y'all doing. Release everything. Take screenshots, release it, and let us read what's going on. Since y'all want the public to have an opinion, and y'all want us to weigh in on what's happening, then go ahead and just release all the text messages. But anyways, these are the alleged text messages between Tyler, and Hispanic fish, Mario Rodriguez. Okay. All right, brother. Having been feeling okay, confused and a little nauseous. I got blood work. Think it's my teeth. I know it's none of your business. I don't know what I'm assuming he meant to do. I know I promised you I would never ask you for anything, but if it is what I think it is, I don't think I could do it on my own because I could barely pay my bills. Scared AF. I don't want, babe, I'm gonna need y'all to start using commas. Because girl, I was already confused when I first started reading this. I could barely pay my bills. Scared AF. I don't want to get sepsis like my dad and pass away. I don't even want to mention it because I don't want to make it real. Feel sick most days. Never told anybody this but my mom, and everybody is starting to notice my broke, I'm assuming they put ass, don't have insurance. I never lied to you, but I think that's what's wrong. My dentist is supposed to take care of in Beverly Hills, but he's in prison for fraud. Girl, Mario, it's not your fault your dentist went to went to prison for fraud. But it sound like you trying to commit the same thing. I've always been healthy, but lately I've been waking up confused and dizzy and a bunch of stuff. I just can't go to the doctor because I can't even afford it. I don't want anything. I just want to be okay. Scared, brother. Just know that I love you and I thank you for everything. I appreciate you to the moon. You got my Mexican ass out of a lot of bad places, and I just want to tell you thank you. I can't buy you anything, but I want to tell you that your boy right here appreciates you more than anything. Straight from my heart, bro. Nothing I wouldn't do for you, man. Anyways, enjoy your time, and I hope I see you again soon. And then I'm assuming this is Tyler responding to Mario. Um, Happy Thanksgiving, my friend. Yep, you've been through it. I'm glad you're doing well. You don't have to give me anything or pay me a thing. I'm just glad you're good. And then he responded, I'm still going through it, but you know, man, me, I'm a survivor just like you are. And I'm glad you're my friend and I love you, bro, respectfully. Um, I'll say this. It's slightly based off of these text messages. Okay, let me start here. One, there are definitely more text messages than this. Okay. Two, I don't know if these text messages have been manipulated or not. Again, these are just the alleged text messages. Three, I do believe that Tyler and him had more conversations than this that probably were a tad bit more intimate, just not conversations surrounding health. Um, it's slightly given Mexican stunt queen. However, I've also noticed that with some people, they'll reel you in with the oh my you're my brother. Like I do believe there are people out there. Not to say this is Tyler. I do believe there are people out there who use, well, this is not I believe, we know this is to be factual. There are people out there who use their power. As I say, they use their power for pussy or bussy or dick. But it's an abuse of power. And I believe that these people who have a lot of power and access and wealth, um, they kind of reel these people in with the whole brotherhood talk, right? I got you. So then it creates this bond with this person, and they use that to their advantage. And they know that the people that they're probably putting their veins into probably really need them. You're taking advantage of the vulnerable, basically. Now, again, I'm not gonna sit here and lie based off these text messages. It's kind of giving, girl, you thought you could hit a lick. But a part of me also feels like, Tyler, girl, you put yourself in these positions. Like in real life, like I understand that their jobs in Hollywood are not the same as our jobs, right? I'm gonna bring Andy Cohen into this, so it'll probably hopefully it'll make sense. I know they don't have regular jobs like we have, where like we won't be out with our bosses having drinks, right? We won't be out with unless it's like a company, like a holiday party, right? Something like that where you might be in the same room with your boss having a drink. But other than that, girl, we're not going one on one to the bar. My boss is not inviting me to his home so we can have cocktails and not go to sleep in his house. Like that, it should not happen. It does more probably happen, but it shouldn't happen, right? Where in the field that they work in, it's probably common for these things to happen. But I also think that this is how you get caught up into shit. Andy Cohen is one who I've called out for a very long time. You have these weird relationships with your housewives, right? You want to kick it with him, hang out with him. I've seen pictures of him and Nene, whether they went together or just bumped into each other. Girl, years ago in Miami at Palace Bar. You know, I've seen pictures of him and Quad together, right? Um, I think they were I think they stayed at the same hotel. You know, I don't think they did it on. You know, it was intentional. But I've seen him with these people. I saw a picture of him and Joe Gorga like in the restroom together. They were standing over the stalls. It was weird, right? Then you're kind of gooped and gagged when you fire these housewives, and then girl, it's bang bang season. Right? Now the girls are coming out with lawsuits and talking about how you did all types of shit. When maybe if you would have made sure that you had a clear line between employer and employee, you may have not been in that shit. Not to say that it's right. It's not right, especially if these people are lying. Right? It's definitely not right. And there should be a consequence for the fact that you lied and tried to ruin someone. With that being said, I think it's very important when you are in a certain position to make sure that you, with it already probably being a target on your back for being who you are and having what you have, you may not want to put yourself in a position where, girl, the stunt queens can come and stunt. Does that make sense what I'm saying? I will say, I think where there's smoke, there's fire. We're going to talk. We're going to talk. Because like I said, I have questions. I do have questions. I have this. This is just me, and this is not a courtroom. So I'm not the judge or the juror, but I will say that, you know, whenever you watch these trials, they have to ask questions. And sometimes they are victim blaming. Sometimes it's borderline victim blaming. But I think the only way that we can get to the truth is by asking questions. And I have a few questions for Ms. Mario. I do. I have a few questions for Ms. Mario. Just a few questions. Just a few questions. The same way I had a few questions for Miss Derrick. I will say this, I don't think that Tyler Perry is all the way innocent in this. I'll say that. Now, to what extent did it go to? I don't know. But I don't think that he's all the way 100% innocent. I don't put nothing past Tyler. I don't. Can I say something? This is just what I think. I think Tyler is gay. And I think that because Tyler is a very religious man, he has always struggled with the religion and his sexuality. And I think that once Tyler became very, very wealthy, he found a way to act on his urges, but not necessarily come out and stand in his truth. I've always thought Tyler was one of the kids. Be very clear. And just because I think something don't mean that it's true. Because I can think you straight, girl, you a full-fledged punk. Or I can think that you one of the kids and you're straight. So what I think is just what I think. It doesn't mean that it's the truth. But I've always thought Tyler was gay. And I would not put it past Tyler to be in Hollywood, girl, poaching on the boys. Has any women come out and accuse Tyler of these things? Not to say if a woman did it, it will make it true, but has a woman come out? I'm just asking. Or has it just been the men? I do believe that in some of these cases, like I said with Derrick, I believe that it starts out as one thing Girl, here I go. Girl, I'm not going to, because I'm going to piss somebody off. Because the last time a couple of people got mad at me and said I was trying to victim blame. I ain't trying to victim blame. I'm just telling what it is. I think that, excuse me. I think that sometimes these situations start out, and I think that people know what the fuck is going on. And I think that, like with Derek's case, the white boy, the first accuser, I think Derek knew exactly what the fuck was going on. But I think that it eventually got to a place that he didn't want it to go. I think Derek was okay with being put up at the Tyler Perry Studios or wherever the apartment that Tyler put him in. I think Derek was okay with receiving that call from Tyler. Nigga, you know what the fuck is going on. But when it was time for Derek to give up some of that pussy, Derek said, "You got the game fucked up." Derek said, "Whoa, now." And then that's where the consent, right? That's when Derek was talking about how I think he had got drunk at Tyler's house and he went to get in the bed and then Tyler came and got into bed with him. That's where the oh, whoa comes in, right? But I'm not gonna sit here and act like I don't think that Derek knew what the fuck was going on when he first started. Baby Derek hit a motherfucking lick, straight like that. And then when it was time for Derek to put up and bend over and grab his ankles, girl, Derek said, "No, ma'am, I'm out of here. Girl, you're doing too much." And I could see that being something similar with Mario. I'll just say that. I could see it being something similar with Mario. But it doesn't take away from that Tyler Perry could, regardless of if it started out as this, if the person said no, the person said no. You see what I'm saying? It doesn't matter if Derek, girl, saw a lick. Once I said no, the answer is no. That's just what it comes down to me. That's how I kind of felt with Shannon and the Hispanic girl. I think that Shannon Sharp and the girl started out as consensual, but I think that because when we start to get into BDSM, that could be a very confusing and complicated topic. I think that because she was so young, and we're just gonna call a thing, while yes, there can be some 19-year-old hoes out there. Girl, while you might be a hoe, that does not mean you're an expert in BDSM. BDSM. Is that what it is? You see what I'm saying? That's a whole nother situation. So I think that while it could have started out as consensual, I think that it can become confusing, and then now you choking me and we trying to play out these R scenes or these race play scenes, and it just becomes very, very complicated. That's all I'm saying. And now you in some shit when you should have just went and got you an old ho Shannon or somebody who has experience with what you want to do, race play, spanking, girl, whatever you want to do. But see, y'all like to take the easy route, the cheap route. Well, you think it's cheap, okay, until it's not. Y'all like to kind of, and I think and I think it's like very, very layered. Like, you do use your power to get over people. Because why not just go buy a hoe? Why just not go get a sex worker? You see what I'm saying? But you use your power. It's all about the power. You use your power to kind of bring these people in who you know are vulnerable, who you know are probably in a position, and you wave the golden ticket in front of their faces. Anyways, girl. It is what it is. It's going to be what it's going to be. All right, y'all. I'll be back later. We may go live tonight. I don't know. All right. Bye, y'all.